Hello Sharp family, this is Ben. It is Saturday the 8th of June 2013. I'm standing at the top of the steps to the church in Hohengehren, where we believe our ancestor John Schlotz emigrated from at age 4 to America. He emigrated in 1865, and we are looking at the tower of the church. There's a nice little side door with a old rock over there that doesn't have anything on it. It's pretty much worn away. The most exciting thing we've seen is this war memorial, and this has names on it from the First and Second World Wars. And walk down here, and we can see here in 1943, Eugene Sharp, unfortunately, perished in the war. There are also two Schlotzes in 1945. Gotta bend down here to see. There we go, Friedrich and Paul Schlotz. They were born in 20 and 21 respectively, and died in 1945. So we'll walk around to the front door now. This is the view across the street. This is a very small town, and here is the front door. We were able to go inside and snap a few photos, so I'll post those along with the video. And here is the view up to the nice little tower. And if we walk around here, we will see the cemetery. This is the oldest part of the cemetery that we found right up here by the church, and there aren't too many graves. Don't know if that's because people went off to the war or what. I was expecting more older graves to be up by the church here. And it's a very well-maintained cemetery. They've seen about half a dozen people working on it. And then as we get away from the church here, all of the graves get newer. The only Sharp or Schlotz that I found was a Herman. We'll see if I can't get all the way down there with the video. And if he was related to us, well, he passed away in 2012, unfortunately. And the names aren't exactly right. I haven't seen a Schlotz with a T in it. I've only seen an S-C-H-L-O-Z, Schlotz. And I didn't see an E on the end of that Sharp, but close enough. Amusingly, back in the down the main street of the town, I took some photos of it. Was the Sharp travel agency. So we are still helping people emigrate, or at least get out of Hohengehren. There's the bell. And those are all very new graves down there. It's certainly been fun to travel all the way over here. We are a little bit outside of Stuttgart, but the closest, next biggest town is called Esslingen. We'll walk back that way in a moment. And you see someone working on a grave over there. And all the way down at the end was the only grave that I found that had a name close enough to the names that we know. And of course, if many of our relation perish in the wars, it might stand to reason why we don't see too many Schloches or Sharps, or they simply moved on. It's hard to know. Kind of feel like I'm a PBS History Detectives or Who Do You Think You Are host right now. It's a nice cemetery. It goes on and on. And a lot of very nice gravestones and pleasant surroundings. So here we are, coming to the end. And right here is the grave of one Hermann Schlotz, who may or may not be related to us, and unfortunately he passed away in 2012, born 1928. But he's kind of far away from the church, but he's in a nice spot because if you just walk down one row here, you get a very nice view of the neighboring valley. So I will head down, and once we get around this tree, you'll be able to see, hopefully see a nice view. We really lucked out on the weather today. We've had excellent weather all week. And yeah, it's the view from the corner of the cemetery and the church in Hohengehren. We'll come down here. It's a nice also little path through the trees to look at, and then I'll head back. It's very nice here. I can't really imagine the circumstances by which people would want to get on a boat and sail thousands of miles to the New World unless there was just, you know, crushing poverty or not much of an economy for some reason. Maybe it was just the thing to do. We drove here from Rothenburg on der Tauber, which is a beautiful, if a little touristy place. It's a medieval town, and they have buildings going back to the 1100s in that town. So if you're ever over here, we're about 150 kilometers from Rothenburg. It's very much worth the trip. There's another view through the houses. Here we are back at the back of the church, but up by the road and the main gate. solar cells on the roofs. There's a lot of solar cells on a lot of roofs here. And here we are. Oh, and if you want to drive here, that is the entire parking lot. All right, well, one last little pan, and then I will sign off. I hope you have enjoyed the narration, and maybe some more sharps can come and visit sometime in the future.